most of them are us. So,
Yeah.
realistically, our audience is Hudson and Al.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to DobbsQuest, Season 2, Episode 9, the season finale, hopefully. Let's see, which camera am I? Okay, I'm on this. Okay.
You said that last time.
Did I? Surely not. You must be confusing it with something else. Welcome. It has been too long. There were some scheduling hiccups, which, as anyone who's played Dungeons and Dragons knows, is that is the final boss of any D&D campaign. But we may have made it through to the other side, lived to see another episode. And so we are now prepared to venture forth and do some Dobbs questing. For those that don't know, do I have a Dobbs quest command? I don't think I do. No.
I just made that up.
Okay, good. For those that don't know, Dobbs Quest is the tabletop role-playing campaign that we have been playing together with myself, Day, GQ, and Turtle. We're using the Iron Sworn system, which is a nice rules-light, less number-crunchy kind of gaming system than actual Dungeons & Dragons, so it's been very fun to play. So the general gist of it is that I will be presenting scenarios for the three players to puzzle through and decide what they want to do. They will decide on their actions. We will roll dice and see what happens. And then they have to deal with the consequences of that. To bring you up to speed very briefly on the general plot of what is happening, the team is a set of adventurers known as Iron Sworns. They are adventurers that are seeking these things called the mana springs, from which magic usually flows out at a regulated rate into the world. However, through their exploration and discovery, they have found that some of these are broken or damaged or worn out, dilapidated. And so they are seeking to find as many as they can in an effort to draw out all the individual runes that surround these mana springs in hopes of perhaps repairing or creating their own to deal with the entropy in the system. Their current location is they are deep in the Ashenlands, a barren wasteland of gray sands out in the absolute far reaches of the world. They have fought their way to a lone mountain out in the wilderness here, where stands the ruins of an ancient keep on the mountainside. They have been fighting their way through. They are not wanted, but they know that deep within this keep lies the mana spring of the Ashenlands, or at least what is left of it. So they have been fighting through the dilapidated halls of this old keep. They have left their friends Lucia and George towards the entrance of the keep, where they can hopefully keep safe. But they've kind of made another friend along the way. The prisoner Vigo, who they have freed, who has been imprisoned here by those that have kind of taken up residence at the keep. And he has informed them of the one who kind of keeps watch over the mana spring that is within the throne room, who calls himself the King of Flamereach. And so a brief scuffle ensued with some guards in the hallway, and Vigo has pointed them in the direction of the throne room just ahead. During the scuffle, some bad rolls happened. They kind of lost some time, and as a result, the doors to the throne room have been closed up tight while they were dealing with those 2 guards. But they now know the way and are ready to press on, hopefully. Any questions? Anything to add?
We didn't get introduced.
That's an excellent point. It's been a while, so I'm a little bit off my game here. And I know you especially, Turtle, are excited to be introduced finally.
Very excited.
Joining me tonight are 3 players. Playing the part of the Elven Bard Serene, we have Daysnick.
Hello.
The underhanded thief Glane, played by GameCube.
Your letter writing campaign to cancel us has failed. We ignored it. We're back.
And of course, introducing stalwart warrior Torgan, played by Lurking Turtle Gaming.
A quest request is the best request.
Well, you've tried the best. Now try this quest. I think we're ready. So you guys have dispatched these guards. And the throne room lies ahead, though the doors have been closed tight as you were in the midst of combat. What are you going to do next? Go on.
I would like to turn to Ego and ask, is there any alternate way inside that chamber?
An alternate entrance. That would prove very useful. Let's see what we can figure out here. Moves reference. We have a lot of different moves that might help us out here. I think in this case, this is just going to be a straight up, perhaps just a straight up run of an oracle roll. Alternatively, this could be gather information along with securing an advantage. Seeing if Vigo knows some information, and then searching for an alternate way through.
I don't trust that Vigo.
I don't trust those dice.
Well, I mean, that is the thing. Oh, and where do we stand right now, numbers-wise? It looks like momentum is kind of low on Serene's end, but Glane's got plenty to spare in the case of a bad roll that needs to be overridden. So, oh, too bad. All right, what do we want to do here?
I was hoping to vacation down the shields.
I never actually re-enabled it. All right, so do we want to try to perhaps gather information here? You don't share a bond with Vigo.
We let him out of a
Let him
cage.
out of a cage.
Not enough to secure a bond with him. If you want to try to secure an advantage in some way, kind of leveraging that freeing of Vigo, I would allow a roll to that. That could grant you more momentum or just an extra bonus to gather information.
I'd like to do that, but not in like a threatening, you owe us way. More like a, we can wrap this up, we can all leave kind of vibe.
Well, in that case, that sounds like charm and loyalty. So that's a heart move.
What about Torgan?
So is Torgan going to be kind of trying to like, hey, can you help us out here? We need to get in there. It's important.
That's a problem because I don't like him, and I've made it quite clear that I don't.
Well, you know what? We'll let the dice figure out if he likes you back. All right, Torgan is rolling to secure an advantage here. Where is that secure an advantage? There we go. All right, let's do the roll here for Torgan. First roll of the game. Weak hit.
He
On a,
understands why you don't trust him.
yeah, a short-lived advantage which grants you 1 momentum. So Torgan now up to a whopping 7. So let's see. What does that mean here? A short-lived advantage. And this is securing an advantage on the gather information check. So Vigo is kind of not super eager to be here, but you're right. You did help him out. He's free. He's willing to help answer your question. What do you want to know? You want the throne room? To get into the throne room?
Yeah, it doesn't look like we're getting through this door. Is there another way around this?
All right, that is where ask questions, conduct an investigation comes in. We're gonna have to gather information with wits.
I can do that.
That does seem like a Serene thing to do, and Serene has a +3 on wits, so let's see what happens here. Ooh, and not able to figure that out either. Your investigation unearths a dire threat or reveals an unwelcome truth that undermines your quest. A dire threat here. So you didn't learn nothing. That's the important thing. With the idea in Ironsworn is every move means something is gonna happen, whether good or bad. So yeah, he knows a way. But it's he's not gonna use the phrase certain death. However, it's certainly not an easy task for any mortal man. Let's see here. I mean, I know the general layout. Oh, that does. I don't want to send you guys that way. If possible. Let's see here. Okay. Is there another way?
Specifically, we need to get into the room behind the throne room, where the ruins of the mana spring, or the magic spring are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I do have this different silhouette. Is there a chance that I could just ram this door?
You know, probably.
What is the door made of?
Ooh,
Wood.
that's a great question. Old wood, not rotted.
If
But the
there's
material,
torches around, would it
the
be
material
burnable?
would give a little bit.
When all else fails, just set it on fire.
I mean, why not? Let's ask the Oracle here. 50-50. If we get a 51 or above, then yeah, you could burn your way through here. Basically, slowly burn and chop your way through if necessary.
And crazy idea.
Okay. Uh-huh.
What would be the mechanics of all three of us just running at the door?
That would be mechanically. That would be aiding another, which you do have an advantage on aid another checks, I think, or maybe
I do.
maybe that's Glane that does.
What if all three of us just ran at the door? How high can we get our advantage to be?
Let's see here.
Is
I
there
think
more an advantage of fear on the behalf of the people inside, seeing the door protecting them burn to nothing, than to know
Well,
that we're coming with all these knocks?
it won't just disintegrate. It would be a very slow and methodical thing to burn a hole through the door, and it'd be a little bit frustratingly slow. These are thick doors. Bursting through could be done. Basically, you would need someone to secure an advantage with iron. That would probably be Glane because of his advantage as a loyalist. No, that is you, Torgan.
That is me, yeah. And I have the highest iron.
Oh, well, that's tricky. Yeah, you'd probably want the one with the highest iron being the one that actually makes the roll.
Right.
It's not out of the question, though.
But I mean, Glane has a 2, and
Mhm.
he has a 9 momentum.
It's
And
true.
if they're not the most helpful, then there's still
Yeah.
a chance that I
You know
can
what?
myself just make
For the extra momentum, you may as well. You may as well be the one to aid him. Are you gonna aid your ally?
me or
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, the
absolutely.
three of you just 1, 2, 3, go!
That yes.
All right. Torgan, you are going to secure an advantage with iron, which is your best roll, and you get a +1 on this roll because you are aiding someone else. That is your loyalist ability at work there. When you aid your ally, add +1, and take +1 momentum if you succeed on helping. So let's
How could this not work out?
Exactly. All right, Torgan's roll here. A weak hit. That is a hit nonetheless. Therefore, you successfully gain a momentum. And secondly, that counts as a weak hit on secure an advantage, which grants a +1 momentum to Glane, who is now at a full 10 momentum.
Ding, 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 ding.
So that's almost a get out of jail free card right there, but not, not entirely. All right, and now the actual meat of this attempt. Face danger. When you attempt something risky, envision your action and roll. You are acting with aggressive action, forceful defense, strength, or endurance to roll iron. I don't think you've got any special advantageous assets here for this case. So you are just going to be making a roll with your 2 iron. It's a good thing you upgraded that one. All right, so the three of you line up, quick huddle to make sure you're clear on the plan, and then you just ram towards the door, barreling shoulder first in there, hoping that you don't injure yourselves in the process. So, Torgan is kind of, right there alongside you, trying to help get his muscle in there, throwing his weight around, and... Okay, a weak hit, so you succeed, but troublesome cost. Let's see, is this an injury? Momentum? Let's see here. I think this might just be some light bruising here. A little bit of damage to your shoulder as you actually make it through, but the doors, you hear a splintering as whatever beam was across is just ripped apart by the sheer force of the three of you, putting all your strength into this charge. And you burst into this room, the throne room, and you see that this room sort of has this... there's a large chasm that looks like it's been chipped away, dug into the floor, and you can't quite see where it goes down below, but around the outside, the walls, the ceiling are just coated with vegetation. Leafy green vines, small woody trees kind of wrapped around the old columns and sort of reinforcing them. And above you, just a full canopy brimming with fruits up above in the old ceiling of the throne room.
That's going to be the mana spring.
Perhaps so. Perhaps you're in the right place.
Fire would have been an interesting choice.
It sure would have. Speaking of which, it's warm in here. Quite warm. Now you're no stranger to the heat of this area, having gone through the desert wastelands. But there's a sort of, as you burst through, almost like opening up an oven and just feeling the wave of heat pass over you, as you make your way in. ahead of you, across this hole that's been kind of dug out into the ground, you do see opposite you an old throne coated in twisting brambles, and in front of it, a lone figure stands. That's the only person you see in here right now.
I would like to.
And there does appear to be behind the throne a small passageway, again covered in sort of a curtain of leaves and vines.
I'd like to take a step into the room and just do a quick left and right look at the doors that we just pushed open. Because someone closed these doors. If someone was bracing it, someone was around.
Maybe.
I just want to check behind the doors that we just pushed open in case anyone's in those alcoves. And if no one's there, then I just want to pull my crossbow and aim at a chair guy.
All right, let's see here. Not a bad idea.
You don't even know if he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Hey, he's keeping us out of this room, and he closed the doors.
That's true.
I'm not shooting my crossbow.
No.
I'm just priming it.
Of course. Let's see here. Let's roll wits for Glane. He's a witty individual. Let's see if he, oh, you know what? So, Glane, you do spot that, hiding within the shadows of the thick vegetation, it does look like a few guards are standing at the ready off to the sides. It looks like there's two over on the left side of this sort of looping walkway around this hole in the ground here.
I'd like to call out to Torgan and Serene to make them aware of their presence. Are they pretty close to us?
They're closer to the other guy.
The guy on the throne?
Yeah.
He's across from us.
Yeah, generally think of the whole area as clock face. You guys are at 6, he's at 12. These other guys are at like 10.
Okay, so they are not behind us. They're not immediately.
No.
Okay.
It looks like
we would be at 6 o'clock and they would be at like 4 and.
No.
Or like 5 and 7. Okay.
Yeah.
So since the game mechanics have forced me to be friends with Vigo.
Well, Vigo may not even be here with you. I mean, he's an old man. He's not going to rush into battle.
That was kind of the question. I would like to talk to Vigo.
Okay.
And ask if he knows who that guy is.
So is this the little old guys come hobbling up behind us after we just, kind of tackled a door?
Yeah, basically. Because that is what the story demands.
So since there's 3 targets, instead of aiming it right at the chair guy, I'm just gonna pull out my crossbow and just kind of be ready.
Like, I'm ready for a fight.
Because I think if I aim it at the guy with the chair, I'm gonna get a reaction out of these 2 sides over here. So
yeah.
I'm just gonna look like I'm ready for business, but not actually threaten anybody.
Yeah. Vigo points a wrinkled, gnarled finger across. See there, the king of Flamereach.
Serene just kind of tilts her head and she's like, looks kind of human to be king of an elven fortress.
Let's see. I think... Is that allowed? Loud enough for him to hear?
She's really saucy and pissy right now, so probably, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of books having issues.
She's not at the best of her diplomatic ability right now.
Right. Then I think this guy across from you, who is wearing an old crown, He's gonna spit at your mention of the elves.
And she's gonna pull her mask down.
Ooh, a challenge.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
A sneeze guard.
All right. Well, I think this guy is going to at least maybe pace a bit, mostly just to show off that he is armed with a sword. You know, kind of the whole like, you know what? I'm armed here. You may not want to come over here.
So it's time for the villain monologue.
I mean, if you insist.
The pit below us, is it like just a recessed like little circle, or if someone falls down there, are they like done?
They might be done. You get a little bit of a... You're not close or anything, but, like, you can at least see that, like, you can see, like, old, like, rock walls down, as if basically someone was mining directly down below the throne room looking for something. And there is a faint glow from the hole. Like a sort of a reddish hue. As though there's something luminescent below.
Would it do any good to try to introduce ourselves and
Yeah, why not?
our intentions?
Sure.
Since no one's really shooting anything yet.
Yeah, we kind of got a little bit of a standoff here. Like, I don't know what you want, but I don't like you.
I, being the influencer that I am, would like to try to speak to this gentleman and tell him, you know, we're 3 warriors trying to save the world. Is your mana spring running?
You better go catch it.
Somehow I see Torgen's hero speech going about like Tales of Symphonia level efficacy of hero speech, but I still want to. I want to hear this.
Are you aware that your extended warranty on your mana spring is about to expire? Oh, you beat me to it.
Nice. Very good. Very good.
No.
All right, you're here to save the world. You just need to take a quick peek at the mana spring, please. Ooh, all right. Well, he's guaranteed not to let you do that. But with a compel roll, you might at least get a better outcome. If you want to try for it.
Be fine. I mean, he may not trust anyone to look at it. Maybe it's nothing personal.
Right. Let's see. Ooh, with a 1. Okay, so he's not going to outright kill you.
Yay!
And you get +1 momentum. So, good move there. You need to be building that up. You're maxed out because you are geared for war right now. Which is probably for the best. All right. So he's not going to outright kill you, but he's at least going to, you know, let you know where you stand. So we want to help. We just need to check out the mana spring for a little bit. And he just kind of snarls. You know, he's just got this hatred on his face. And isn't that like elves, isn't it? You think you'll be able to just save the world, eh? Yeah.
He's human. He's a centaur.
Technically, I'm not an elf. I'm half horse.
Oh, well, that changes everything. Well, look around you and see what the work of the elves has done.
The elves did this? They destroyed your castle?
No. Well, not his castle. But, I mean, it is his castle. No one here remembers. But generations ago, this whole land was as lush and green as this room, this last bastion. But that all changed, and now there's nothing left.
Serene yawns.
No. That's your you choose the dialogue option of yawn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all have heard me tell this story. And it was the war, and they came and they destroyed the Mana Springs. It's the Void Walkers. We've, like, the people that Clayne used to work for. Yeah, we've...
Void Walkers, I've heard that one before. You think that's what's going on here? You think that's what destroyed all of this? A lie that the elves have told. To set themselves as the heroes, the noble beings who sacrificed themselves. Spits again. No.
We've actually been to Shadow Realm, though.
We also have some experience fixing Mana Springs, and it appears that yours is on the fritz, and that's why only around this little section here is working. If you just let us take a little look under the hood.
The only reason that any of this stands the way it does is because the elves couldn't help but to pry and to test and to see just how this mana spring works, to tinker.
They were ordained by the gods to defend and maintain the...
To defend and maintain! Not to try to play the gods' part themselves. Believe what you want, but I know. And I will take this ruined land and rebuild it, no matter how many generations it should take. And no elf will try to stop me.
Well, how do you feel about centaurs?
Guards, remove these interlopers.
Well, it looks like we're in a fight. I pull out my talking sword.
That's a good idea. This is going to be a fair fight of sorts of enter the fray. There won't be any need to ambush or be ambushed. So, let's see here. Torgan, you get a bonus for entering the fray.
Yay.
So you get a +1 on your attempt here. So you are facing off with Heart, so you're getting a nice fat 4 here. And rolling a 1. So a weak hit. Do you want the initiative?
Yeah.
I figured. Considering especially that you are already at maximum.
Right.
Alright. So Torgan, you draw your blade, which feels drawn towards your foes. You feel that sort of guiding force.
I'm gonna go for the guards, as the old man with the sword doesn't seem like the biggest threat in the room. Probably his guards.
Hopefully not, yeah.
Who are trained to do this kind of thing. So, leftmost guard. I'm gonna slash at him.
Alright, so you've got some distance to cover. And you're still a little bit wary about this this large hole in the ground that's glowing ever so slightly. So you are going to charge forth, and because you do have the initiative, you can make a strike maneuver here with iron. So that's going to be a nice 3 for you. Let's see how that goes. Oh, uh-oh.
Hey, you have momentum.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to use the momentum on this one.
I think so. All right, that turns it into a strong hit. We discard the match. And with a strong hit, you get to deal a whopping 3 harm and retain initiative. So you rush forward, blade drawn, shouting out a battle cry? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Neighing loudly.
Neighing the top of your lungs.
For the horses. Uma!
All right, you charge forth. Your sword meets your opponent's, and your opponent is sort of knocked off balance by just the sheer weight behind your blow. The second guard has his blade coming for you, but you deflect that almost like it was nothing with your shield on your other arm. What do you do now?
Strike again. I'm on a good foot.
All right, making another strike attempt here, and another strong hit. So this foe is now at maximum damage already, which does give you the option to remove, let's see here, this particular foe from the fight.
Yes, in the fight.
All right, and let's see here. Yes, he is removed from combat. So, you plunge your blade straight through the first guard, who falls to his knees, dead, before he barely had time to draw his sword. The second guard is still there. Glane, Serene, what are you doing here while Torgan kind of just charges in and takes the brunt of the combat here?
I'm going to take a step back and kind of defend the old guy.
Okay.
And take a knee and pull out my bow.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of put the old guy behind me.
Okay, so you're still not quite in the fight in this instance. You're sort of more just defending, keeping an eye out. Yeah.
Preparing, and I'm going to take a moment to ask him, what kind of seer did you say you were again? Just kind of over my shoulder.
Yeah. I know things, and I don't know why.
You know anything useful at the moment?
The king will be calling upon the Mana Springs defender. I should leave.
Okay, well that's helpful. Guess.
Glane, what are you up to?
So, Torgan took out the one guard?
One guard.
On the left? Is there another guard on the left, or is the other guard on the right of the pit?
It's next to Torgan.
Torgan, okay. So, it's 2 guys stacked on Torgan.
Yeah, and that's
and then the king on the other side, and that's it. Okay. So, the moment that Torgan is delivering the killing blow, I'm going to assume that has everyone's attention in the chamber. Like,
more or less.
The moment that happens. So I've had my crossbow kind of out. I'm going to aim it right at the king and just take a shot.
All right. So you will need to enter the fray here. And attentions are swiveling, so this will not be an ambush. This does count as just facing off against your foe.
Yeah.
So let's see here. So you will be getting a +1 on entering the fray.
You have momentum.
That's just entering the fray, though. That's not even...
Yeah, that's just starting things off.
Did I forget to load a bolt in my crossbow? It was not primed.
Okay.
I think all the sudden heat change, the sudden temperature change in this room has just kind of got the crossbow string a little bit out of alignment here, and so you're just having to take a moment to sort of reset it, sort of basically just reloading.
All right, I'll take the hit.
All right, so you are at a disadvantage starting in combat, so you do not have initiative, and you're kind of stuck taking a moment to get your crossbow straightened out. Meanwhile, Torgan. You've got one guy that's coming at you with his sword.
I'm gonna pick up the dead guy and use him as a shield.
Ooh, that's cool. All right. Let's see here. So Torgan grabs the, like, basically he skewered this one guy, and the second guy's coming at him with the sword, and basically he's just kind of redirecting that first guard and basically using him as a shield, and he's gonna try and push him off the sword and push the guy in one move.
Pit.
Towards the pit. Oh, okay, so you're gonna kind of have to like dodge out of the way and then try and keep his momentum moving towards him. All right, so you're gonna try and use this guy to block here. Okay, that did not work.
Didn't work.
That didn't work, even with the +3. That tied the 7. So you attempt, but you're having trouble with your momentum with this guy kind of on your sword right now. It's not as clean of a slice as you were hoping, and you get a little bit kind of weighed down with him trying to dodge out of the way. So this guy's kind of coming at you, and he's going to try and get you with his sword. So we're going to see if you can kind of avoid that. So let's see here. Forceful defense. Does Torgan block the blow? Kind of. You do block the blow, but you're kind of getting onto your back foot here. I think you're kind of losing the initiative against this guy. You do manage to at least get the other guy off your sword. So you got that going for you. But in all of that back and forth, now you're kind of trying to defend him, and you are kind of on the backside of the terrain here, with him on the outside and you towards the inside. Which is not where you want to be.
Serene, you want to shoot an arrow here?
So Serene's gonna go ahead and call out. Guard up. There's something in the pit, and she's going to go ahead and put an arrow in the guy advancing on Torgan.
All right. Oh. Okay.
Although apparently,
no.
The dice
all right.
just
Enter the fray.
hate me.
Failed. All right. So Serene prepares to knock an arrow. Like when the king bellows out, "Guardian, defend your king!" And at first, it's merely a distraction as you're preparing your to aim for this guy fighting with Torgan. And then there's a bit of a tremble in the floor, and you see the sort of light and heat from this pit just start to grow ever so slightly. Only one fighting, you are. And this large sort of hand-shaped stone reaches out of the pit, and then a second as this form rises up, about 1.5 the height, of the average person. This thing stands like maybe 9 feet tall. It is very reminiscent of the creature you saw on the mountains near the Centaur village.
This is a primal golem. We've seen one before.
But instead of this sort of gray stone body, this thing is made of this black stone, and between the cracks is glowing red. Its eyes like 2 coals, and you feel a very oppressive heat emanating off of this thing. That's a 10-10 match right there.
I know we've seen something like this before. I know a little bit about it. This one's obviously a fire elemental. This is a volcano. All of the stone we've seen has been volcanic rock. This isn't weird.
Is it not? Okay, that's good.
Within context, it's not mind-boggling.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's here now.
Mm-hmm.
And Torgan, wouldn't you know it, this thing is now kind of flanking you between the guard and yourself. This is normal. That's Serena shouting that in the midst of combat.
No, it's not normal.
This is normal. It's
Glane,
fine.
are you?
It's
are you
not that
feeling,
it's normal. It's just that it makes sense.
Yeah. What's Glane up to?
Are you feeling magical of any type right about now? Any of that magic light stuff going on? No. Okay.
He's muted.
Yeah.
Glane, you're muted.
I've been talking for a while. Yeah.
Oh.
Why is everyone ignoring me?
I wonder if he knows he's muted.
I do now. Where this thing is it like in the pit, like really big and like coming out, or like where is it? Is it like our size? Like I missed that part.
About 9 feet tall.
And it's like in the pit.
Coming out of the pit to stand up
like,
in the throne room.
Yeah.
So it's on its way out.
In the hole. I see.
It's not standing in the hole, it's climbing out.
So it's like the middle of the clock if we're still using that.
Yeah, vaguely.
Okay. Yeah, he gave a whole heroic speech. So once I see this thing and the fact that he called out to it to come, I start just around kind of the circle to get to the king. I stow my crossbow and I'm like, this thing's not going to take a swing at me if I have the guy that summons him on me, like he's not going to kill him because he's his master. So I'm going to start close combat with this guy and get my daggers out, see if I can start going toe to toe with him.
Right. So let's see. So you're going to try and get over there. I guess while evading notice.
I can either go the other way so that I don't have to run by Torgan and that whole situation with the other guy, since I'm at the middle still.
Yeah, don't worry about helping. It's fine.
Well, I'm trying to... If I can get rid of the guy controlling the monster, there's no more monster. It's just that guy. We can take a guy. So, I'm going after the king to the right.
All right.
There's a big monster coming out of the ground, so hopefully everyone's looking at him. And
hopefully. Gonna sneak around as best you can. Yeah. Not draw attention. All right, so let's try a shadow roll here for Glane. Weak hit. So you... All right, so sneaking through, you do manage to make progress, but at a cost. What is it going to be here? Momentum.
I stepped on a splinter.
I think what happens is during all of this, you're trying to take it slow. You're very focused on making your moves very deliberate. You need to get into position without being spotted, and so you take a lot more time than you wanted to. The battle is kind of raging around, but you are making your way around. So it's going to be a bit before we get back to you. So You lose a little bit of momentum along the way, but you are not spotted. Let's see here. Serene, who does not have initiative. We determined that much at least. Torgan is kind of in combat with this one guy, this elite guard. Serene was going to provide backup and got a little bit distracted by some other things happening.
You know, my primordial magma demon thing crawling out of a hole.
All right, so what are you going to do?
I'm wondering. So her mind's racing. She's wondering why it's listening to him, or how it even understands it. And it probably has something to do with the crown. Because that would be if we're going to have control over a primordial being, we're going to tie that to the crown. That's where the spellcraft is going to be. So we need to get crown off of dude's head. Post haste. There's a chance that maybe there's some kind of command that would override that. So she's running through all this in her head. She's thinking about things she knows. She's just going to yell out at it in Elven.
Kind of just doing a Hail Mary here.
Who is your master? But in Elven.
All right, let's see here.
Addressing the primordial, but she is taken a defensive position.
Let's see here.
She's ready to tumble should she need to make a quick dodge.
Okay, so mostly on the defense, but trying just like, does this thing understand language or something? What do I do here?
I'm testing my toolbox.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming I'm getting magic overload right now.
Yeah.
Like all of my magic senses are extremely tingling.
Yeah. Trying to figuratively, you're fighting with the sun in your eyes here. Let's see. No. Anything you say in Elven seems completely ignored. You try multiple phrases, some things that have particular significance in Elven spellcraft. Nothing seems to do anything. But you are going to be trying to kind of get on the defensive here. Make sure you are secured so that you can at least have some time to aim. So let's see here. Let's put that as...
it's going to be either expertise or agility. I'm not sure which one, but it's going to be a 3 either way.
Let's go with expertise, because that way you don't have to worry about ones.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Fair enough.
A weak hit. You can't get exactly what you're hoping for here, but hey, a little momentum never hurt anybody. You're kind of treading water here. You're kind of trying to get a feel for the situation, and
I am at least making myself a target. If yelling at it in Elven, if nothing else, I am saying, "Hey, look at me! I'm a target," which is going to buy Glaine time, and it's going to buy Torgan time. I assume Torgan is capable of stabbing a guard in the face.
This guy seems pretty good so far.
I have faith in him.
Me too.
For that. So I am keeping the giant magma monster from punching him in the back while he deals with the guard.
Good idea. All right.
If nothing else, I am a distraction.
Torgan, you do not currently have the initiative. You're kind of on the defensive here against this guy, and now you got a big magma monster behind you as well that you're trying to keep an eye on as well, because it hasn't struck, but it's getting out, and you're a little worried about that. What are you gonna do? This other guy's still coming at you with his sword.
I am surrounded by magic and I have none. So the only choice that I have is to to try to hit the guard that's coming at me with my sword and hope for the best.
All right, here we go.
Hopefully without the weight, it'll be a little...
Yeah, a little bit easier, hopefully. All right, here we go. Torgan, Mighty Warrior. Let's see, anything good here? Face danger. Nope, that's it. All right, here we go. All right, Torgan with his shield out, prepared to clash with this guy. Exchanging blows. And finally, an opening. Torgan smashes with all his weight with his shield, knocking the guy off balance. He finds an opening. Torgan, you may either take a momentum to get up to 2, or inflict an extra damage. This guy...
Extra damage.
Okay, so that brings this guy to 3 damage.
2 is honestly as good as 1.
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. So, excellent job there. And, perhaps more importantly, you steal away the initiative. You got this guy backpedaling. He's off balance.
Do it again.
All right, but this time it's in your favor. This time you get to have a strike here. So rolling with the punches. Torgan bashes this guy. He slashes and then stabs through. In the fight on this guy?
Yes, in the fight.
And, all right, the guy, he's injured, and he looks like he's about to drop, but kind of just out of spite, he gives you a, let's see, is he getting a cheeky slash in with his weapon? I think, yeah, I think that's what goes on here. Is he does manage to hit you. He is a formidable opponent. So you guys actually do trade blows here. He gets the worst of it, but you may endure harm to hopefully reduce what happens here. So Torgan, no, suffers 1 momentum. In addition, so the guard is out of the fight, but you take an injury and a little bit of momentum loss as you kind of stagger back. You were completely caught off guard by that, and now turning around, you see that this behemoth has climbed its way out of the pit and is now surveying the area and seeing the.
And Serene is doing her best to distract him.
The interlopers.
I am an unhappy boy.
Are you an unhappy boy?
I'm in danger.
I am. I've taken out 2 out of 4 of the things, and now my health is low. I'm an unhappy boy.
It is. All right, so Serene, you're still running interference. We're almost back to Glane here.
I'm running interference. It's not listening in any way. So I don't actually know how to use my magic senses.
You can still use aid another to secure an advantage on Torgan's behalf so that he has a chance to attack. If you can distract the thing long enough, Torgan might be able to try something with his spirit-bound sword.
Hey, can she aid me by trying to heal me?
In the middle of battle?
In the middle of battle, probably not.
Darn.
Fire a bandage. Thanks.
Healing bullets.
I mean, I'm not a spellcaster. I'm sorry. I mean, I hopefully
she's an academic.
A spellcaster.
Throw a book at him. See if he feels better.
Oh. All right, what do you want to do here?
Let's go the secure and advantage route. I am a distraction. Look at me. I'm a distraction.
She's a distraction. Check it out. All right, let's see if this distraction works. Trying to do a sort of feint attack here. All right. Okay. That does help. That grants 1 momentum to Torgan, which I think he'll be more than happy to have.
I would, yeah.
All right. Oh, gosh. All right. Torgan, this thing is a little bit distracted now.
Okay, can I go about this another way? So while she's distracting, can I try to heal myself? Like, step back and heal myself?
Healing is a slow operation.
I'm gonna die if I take one more hit.
No.
Well,
There's
I
a
mean,
lot.
I won't be straight dead, but my health will be at 0.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you'll probably get injured if you take damage, but...
Oh, Lord.
Don't forget, you got a lot of assets working in your favor here.
Right. Well, I mean, I can't attack the big giant hand, so I'm gonna have to go for the king.
Okay. Okay,
I
mean, Serene's kind of doing her feint to try and draw this behemoth's attention. And Torgan, you see the king sort of undefended as a result. So you're gonna try and run up there.
As I sneak up.
Yes, this will be kind of a pincer attack here. You guys are coming in from opposite sides, and you are not spotted. For whatever
Yay.
that's worth, Glane. Torgan, you are definitely spotted.
Well, different silhouette and all that.
Yeah, true.
That's
All right.
fine.
Paint horse.
So Serene is going to see Torgan making a break for the king. She's going to advise, get the crown off his head.
Wow.
The crown is the control.
All right. So Serene's making observations. She's got ideas here. Torgan, you're ready to move in for this would be, you do have the initiative right now. So this would be a strike move, which is probably the best thing you can have right now. So let's...
This guy doesn't seem to be helpful to us.
Yeah, so describe what you're going to do here. So this guy's got his sword ready. He does not have a shield. He's just got a really big sword.
He has no information. He's just, you know what, this guy's useless. And I'm not normally like that, but you know what? I'm just going to try to cut his head off.
Ooh, all right.
I'm going straight for the head. The crown can't work if the head's not attached.
Crown's
to
going
his
with
shoulder.
it. All right.
If it works, it works. I was thinking shield bash, but you know, beheading was also effective.
It works.
I was saying, mechanically, I don't think there's
Okay. Weak hit. It's all right. Because you still inflict your harm, but you lose the initiative. So now nobody has initiative. Not even Glane? I guess Glane didn't get that.
Well, I lost it when I had my crossbow mishap.
Yeah.
Now I'm sneaking again.
Yes, you're sneaking, but you do not have initiative. However, there is an option to let you basically steal the initiative away, but it's a risky one. Not in the fight. That's not it.
Oh, okay.
You just straight up roll. Turn the tide. This is a risky maneuver here. Once per fight, risk it all to steal initiative. When you do, you get to add +1 to your roll and take +1 momentum on a hit.
If I fail this, is my 9 any help?
This one does allow you to use momentum, yes.
So I'm in a pretty good position to pull that off.
You could do it.
And
because
if I pull it off, I get to a 10 if I don't have to use it.
That's true. But the big thing is this also lets you use your cutthroat ability. Because then when you have the initiative, you'll be able to strike. Strike is only allowed if you have the initiative.
Let's go.
All right, we're going to do it. We are using your one...
Flash first, right?
What's that?
Has Torgan already done his clash attempt?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was a weak hit. So they neither of them drew blood, but there is combat going on, and Torgan is now on the defensive.
I thought it said you still got to inflict your harm. But you
Oh
just
yeah,
lost
yeah.
initiative.
He inflicted harm, but no blood is drawn here. They're exchanging blows. Remember, HP versus fiction. All right, here we go.
Clash.
So, you now have the initiative. Turn the Tide is basically a easy peasy. You now have initiative, but it's this in the fiction. You are risking. You are making a risk here. So you're going for basically like slicing this guy's throat.
Yeah, just jamming both of my wyvern daggers into his neck.
So
shoulder.
you are basically lunging for it. Now this exposes you to extreme danger. But you're going for it. So you get a +1 on your strike. And because you are doing this with your cutthroat ability, because you are striking an unsuspecting foe, you may choose one. Add a +2 to your roll with a +1 on a hit, or 2 extra harm on a hit. Double damage, effectively. Do you want a more sure shot?
What's my number without taking that extra bonus that I'm already rolling?
Strike is iron, so base is 2. You got a +1 because you're risking it. You can make that a +5.
And then my cutthroat takes it to
To 5 if that's what you choose. Otherwise, it stays at 3 with cutthroat. You got the option of either make it a +5, a more sure attack, or keep it as a +3 for a more damaging attack if it lands.
If I have
And
to
you
burn
still have
momentum,
9 momentum. Yeah.
If I have to burn momentum to do this, then I can go for the 5 damage, and if I whiff, then I can fix it.
Yeah.
And take that double damage again.
Basic. Well, wait, what?
Like, still deal the 5. Like if the roll goes horribly, I can.
If a
momentum
+5
right
goes
back up,
horribly, you can use momentum to get it back up.
and then I get that extra 2 damage.
No,
Still.
you get one or the other. You either get a
So if the momentum fixes this, then I'm getting base damage. But if I nail it first try, then I get that extra bonus, or that.
You can use momentum no matter which option you choose. But either you're going to get a +3 on the roll and deal double damage on a hit, or you're going to get a +5 on the roll and deal regular damage. Either way, if you miss, you can burn momentum.
Right. But if I do the version where I cause more damage and that attack whiffs my momentum, then I still get the extra damage because of the momentum.
Yeah, it basically counts it as if you rolled high.
Okay. Yeah, let's go for the extra damage then.
All right, so we're doing a +3 on this roll.
The less sure roll, because I can have the momentum make that sure.
Yeah. All right. So we're doing a +3 on this roll. And we're going to do 4 damage if it hits. Oh. A 9.
Okay,
That's
cool.
I can't even fix that.
You can make it a weak hit.
Make a weak hit.
That's garbage. Does it still do all that damage, or is
It still does a lot of damage.
Okay. Oh, hang on.
Oh,
Hang
yes,
on. I have a
yes,
thing
hang
for
on.
this.
Yep. Veteran. When you burn momentum to improve your result, envision how your hard-won fighting experience gives you the upper hand. Take +1 momentum after the reset, and add +1 when you make your next move.
Let's do it.
Talk
All
about
right.
Stack.
Woo.
This is stacking.
This is some serious.
Stack King.
And you get to keep momentum.
All right, so you are burning momentum. Oh boy, numbers, man. You are burning momentum to turn that into a weak hit. So your strike is now a weak hit. All right, let's keep track of everything. Strike is now a weak hit, which is inflict harm and lose initiative. You're doing extra harm.
I think your tracker froze.
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
You're doing extra harm. You lose initiative.
But he gets it back because of the veteran thing.
So in addition, because he did a Turn the tide. He gets a +1 momentum because he turned it into a hit, bringing him back to 3. And then he brings it to a 4 because of his veteran ability. And then once per fight, you can take initiative back when you improve a miss to a weak hit.
And I have a +1 on the next thing I do.
Yes. Woo.
Oof.
9. Yeah, that was about the most complicated roll we've had to like figure out here. Probably of all of DobbsQuest. All right. Glane leaps forward from the leafy shadows, knives in hand. The King of Flamereach turns in time to see and deflects a great deal of the fight, but gets cut up pretty deeply in all of that, and is now faced with engaging with 2 combatants at once who are after him. Glane is now the only one with initiative. Meanwhile, we have the whole issue of this massive magma creature that hasn't really done anything yet. And I think it's about time for it to do something here. So, Serene has been doing a good job of distracting, and that mechanically has been represented by you guys got some momentum out of the deal. However, that's only going to get you so far, because now this thing's going to choose a target. So who's ready? Who's ready for a D3?
Well, I've been distracting it, but its main task it was given was to defend the king.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably going to, having sensed the king becoming injured, immediately focus on that.
Excellent point. Excellent point, Day. There are 2 combatants right next to the king. Why bother with this lonely elf over here who hasn't even loosed an arrow?
Which will make it turn around in the weak points in the back that we discovered several sessions ago, which will give me a great place to put an arrow.
Oh, of course that you did that. All right, D2. All right, call it in the air. Odd or even, Turtle?
Odd.
Odd.
Of course.
Yes. Oh, no.
Of course.
Oh, no.
Why wouldn't it be me?
Okay. Well, Turtle. Don't worry, you're not like outright getting attacked immediately. I mean, you are, but it's not like you immediately take damage or anything. What happens is, this thing with all of the patience of continental drift itself, embodying the elements, the very elements it's made of, raises a massive arm and begins to bring it down. Proportionally, it looks very slow. What's that?
The only non-magical person in the group.
Yeah, weird, huh?
Going to get attacked by the extremely magical creature.
Yes.
Hey, you're standing right next to the king. Hide behind him. Just dodge behind him and push him in front. He won't hurt his master. You're fine.
All right, so you're going to have to react to an imminent threat. What are you going to do?
Can I use my momentum to do something? Or not my momentum, my initiative?
Use your initiative. You don't really use your initiative, but you can describe an action that you want to do here.
Yeah, I mean, in my head, I've still kind of got my daggers kind of in this guy. Like, I sunk him in, and I'm just kind of giving him the business. Can I kind of tell Turtle, or Torgan, they both start with T, Torgan to, like, grab the crown?
That's the reason I gave him that suggestion as a name.
This guy?
Yeah, I mean, the age-old adage is talking is a free action.
Yeah, just I'm kind of wrestling him, just grab the crown,
Well, the problem being mechanically in the game, what advantage would it have? Because now it's still an enemy. We still have to fight it, no matter what, right?
If you put the crown on your head, then it listens to you, probably.
Which will be a very interesting experiment to try out when you're not about to be crushed by a ton of rock.
I'm gonna dodge.
All right. Describe, what is Torgon doing here?
I am going to. I'm gonna roll.
All right, dodge roll.
Roll away towards the king.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what happens here. So that is gonna be rolling with speed and agility, of which you have not a lot, to be fair. You're not a big dodger. Nope.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You're not
So you just
dead.
kind of fall in the general direction of the king, and we're gonna hope it's close enough.
Well, let's see here. Okay, so hang on. All right. So taking damage equivalent to the foe's rank.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm in the negative.
Uh-oh.
Yep. He's got to take at least 3 damage since he's the elemental paladin.
Oh. Uh-oh. Okay.
I died.
No, well, no, not yet. Not yet. Don't get ahead of yourself. Torgon, you're taking 4 damage.
Yeah.
Now here's what the rules on Endure Harm are. Suffer health equal to your foe's rank, which is 4. If your health is 0, suffer negative momentum equal to any remaining health.
Would put me at negative momentum also.
Yes, and that does suck. It very much sucks dealing with negative momentum, but it's not a death sentence. I am going to highlight it red, though, because it sucks a lot. Now, roll health or iron, whichever is higher.
I'm at negative 2 momentum, because I was supposed to take 4 hits.
Yeah, you were at 1, so now you're down to negative 1. So you lost 2 health and 2 momentum. Right. Yeah. So, now, roll health or iron, whichever is higher. So you get to roll... Here's where your iron comes in handy. Oh, wait. And also, hang on. I think we got something else that helps you out here. Something.
Rolled into the pit. I'm dead. Guys, I'm dead.
No. Here we go. Got it. Yes. Here's something. Ironclad. You're geared for war. When you endure harm, add +2 to the roll. Huh?
That is a 5. That's a good roll.
That's a good roll.
It's a good roll.
That's a good roll. Okay, so we're gonna roll endure harm as a +5, and then only on a miss is there the possibility of facing death. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Weak hit. Oh no. It's not a weak hit. It's not actually a weak hit.
Why?
Hold on.
Turtle claws.
Here we go. Negative momentum. When you have negative momentum, when your momentum is less than 0, and it matches the value of your action die, you must cancel the action die.
Which would mean a match of 5, and it's a miss.
It means that you don't get the 1 off the 6-sided die. You only get the +5 against 7 and a 5.
Right.
So it's a miss.
So now we're down to that last roll.
On a miss, suffer 1 momentum. No, there's still another roll after this. There's still another roll after this.
Oh, okay.
So we're good. We're good. There's a very rare. Oh my gosh.
We're good. Yeah, we're good.
You know those doors in Mystery Science Theater where it's like 9 different doors?
It's like that. That's what death is like in Iron Sworn.
We're on 2 right now.
Oh no. I'm not prepared to lose Torgan. We never even figured out what happened to his eye. All right.
What happens to his other one?
Torgan, do you want to roll a D100?
Yes.
All right. Give me an exclamation mark roll D100. And then we're just going to follow the chart.
Do I have this ability?
Yeah. Left the chat. Ugh. 31. Okay. 31. You are unconscious and out of action. If left alone...
This happened.
Yeah. You are vulnerable to a foe not inclined to show mercy. Oh, wait. If you are vulnerable to a foe not inclined to show mercy, then face death. You know what? Your foe is not really focused on you right now. As far as it's concerned, you're down. Torgan is unconscious, knocked out, on the ground. Serene, Glenn, you do not know Torgan's current situation. You just see him.
Dead.
You just see him get. He rolls out of the way, but not enough. The force of hundreds of pounds of pure rock, fresh from the earth's gut, slams down, cracking the very foundations of the floor. And Torgan is flung out by the force of it, slams against a wall, and collapses on a heap.
I'm taking an action right now.
Yes.
I see that, and I rip the daggers out of this guy, and I just pull back and punch him in the face in the direction of the hole.
All right, so you're coming in with a mean right hook. Blinded by rage, muttering something about Torgan. It's uncertain exactly what's being said here. All right, so that's going to be a strike.
And if the crown can cartoonily flip off his head, cool. But I'll leave that up to you.
Do you want to target the crown?
I'm targeting his face out of rage, but it's a crown resting on his head. So with the force of this punch, it could just fly off him.
I'll let you pick. You can't, like, fictionally, it's like, yeah, it could, punching him might make the crown fall off and also might damage him. I'm going to give you the either or. You can punch him, and if you hit, I'll let you choose before you roll. Is it going to deal damage, or is it going to make the crown fly off his head?
Well, I'm trying to knock him into the hole. So if I knock him into the hole, that's going to deal, like, falling down this hole damage. Right? Like,
based within the confines of the fiction, you're not knocking him down the hole this roll. Okay, unless you're going for an early in the fight roll on him. Which that's a risk.
Yeah. I think in the mindset where I just am going to hit him, I'm not like planning on like I'm gonna hit that hat. Like
No,
I think this guy killed Torgan.
Glenn is of course pure rage, but GameCube, strategically thinking, what do you want to do?
I want to knock off the crown.
All right, then let's do it as that. All right, so we're gonna do a strike.
As Glenn, I'm not aiming for the hat.
No, Glenn's just wailing wherever he can wail. So this is gonna be an iron roll here, which is a +2 for you. I don't think we got any bonuses that help here. So we are gonna roll for 2. Barely. Yes.
Strong hit.
A strong hit. Blaine, filled with rage and fury, just begins letting loose with everything he's got. Just laying on this guy. And in the ensuing blows, as he's trying to at least even get his sword into the equation here, Glane is just clobbering this guy straight in the face. The crown falls from his head, clang, 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 and begins rolling across the floor of the throne room. And where does it land? Ooh, alright. Ooh. Alright, we have a lot of options here.
I spontaneously learned how to use the Force and, like, just pull it to me with all of the, like, ambient magic in there.
Does it
This
land...
Like on his damage track, right? Like, in a finish the fight kind of neighborhood?
What's that?
Like, I hurt him, right?
Yes, but...
Okay.
Is it, does it land over by Torgan, who's unconscious, or does it come to a stop right on the edge of the pit? That's option 1 and option 2. Outside track or inside track? Ooh. All right. It gingerly... right on the edge of the pit. This thing is about 30% over the edge, maybe 35% over the edge. Serene, what do you do? Do you even have presence of mind here? Actually, you know what? My fault for not calling for this. Glane and Serene are both going to need to endure stress. Let's see here. Roll spirit or heart. Both of you, that's going to be heart. Because you're both dropping to 0 here. Taking 2 spirit damage. Serene presses on. And Glane presses on. Okay. No additional damage. And you guys are not shaken. That only happens if you miss on endure stress. Ugh.
Okay, so it still has its back to me, the primordial.
Yes. It's slow moving.
Did the king ever take his damage from the hit though, or have we not?
You did. He lost the crown.
That was the
instead of taking
choice.
damage.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
So let's try and put an arrow in them.
Where are you putting an arrow?
In the king.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see.
I need to secure an advantage using my aiming bonuses.
Because you are an archer, when you secure an advantage, you can trust your instincts or line up your shot.
I'm going to go with instincts because of all the ambient magic right now.
All right. So that means you're going to secure an advantage with wits and +2 momentum if you land a strong hit. All right. +3 for wit. So here we go. Aiming with your instincts. It is a strong hit. So
I need that momentum. Thank
yeah,
you.
that's 2 free momentum for landing the aim. In addition, strong hit, you may either take 2 momentum or +1 on your move.
I'd rather have the momentum.
That's fair. All right. And that makes this a clash because you do not have the initiative right now. So you're taking a suboptimal shot here, but relying on instincts. All right, so this is going to be with edge. So you are going to be getting...
I have my mask, so it should be a 3.
Yes, you are masked up for a 3. And let's see what happens. We really do not want to see a 1 on the left side.
You had to jinx it.
I did, apparently. Okay, Serene is seized by the force of the mask,
It's
just
all this
drawing
ambient
upon
magic.
her life force.
Yeah, all this ambient magic, it's just rough.
And additionally,
But it's still a weak hit.
it's a weak hit. You only deal 2 harm, but also pay the price. What happens here? Ooh.
Definitely momentum.
So let's see. What happens here? So you're taking. It's not a great shot. It's you're kind of like trying to get around this primordial, and you manage to get a grazing shot towards the king, but also this is drawing his attention. Her library card feels no GQ. I think this primordial is starting to take notice of you.
So, plot, relevant, story. About this time, with the mask, having gotten the negative side effect of it, these voices that, that guide her on her, life quest, they're all screaming right now. And for the first time, she can actually, in her entire life, she can actually understand what they're saying.
Go on.
This isn't this place is not associated with the type of elf she is. But inside her head, it's an incantation. She's never heard it before. They're just repeating it over and over and over and over and over again. She has no idea what it means. She has no idea what it does. But it's just being screamed inside her head right now. So.
And that's how you're paying the price?
So this is how so right now she is, paralyzed. Think of it as a lose a turn move.
Okay.
Because she right now is, writhing on the ground. The voices in her head are screaming.
All right.
She cannot move.
Ooh, that's going to be really bad if the elemental turns around.
Could be.
It could be. We'll see.
But Glenn's right there, and just keep punching this guy.
I'm sure, yeah, that's gonna be fine.
He's still definitely more of a threat.
Alright, Glenn. What does Glenn do?
So am I positioned in a place where I can try to, this is Sparta, kick this guy into the pit at this point?
Absolutely. You gonna go for it?
Let's do one of those.
All right. This is pure.
I want him to. It's not gonna cause any damage. It's just a sign of disrespect. I want this guy's body to hit the leg of the elemental as he goes down. So this is yours.
Take it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see what happens here. Iron roll 2. No bonuses. Aside from that. Ooh! Uh-oh.
You don't have enough momentum.
The momentum's not going to do a thing. He's got 4 momentum.
A match.
Yeah, what does Torgan do? Oh, right. Okay, well, on a miss, attack fails. You must pay the price, and your foe has the initiative. All right. Well, this guy was feeling very monologue-y earlier, but right now he is strictly business. This is more of just a I'm going to hurt you. Ooh, what would be a all right. Let's see here. I think this guy is going to all right. So this guy, he dodges out of the way of your kind of wild flailings, and you kind of are off your balance a bit, and he's gonna try and just basically kick you over the rest of the way to the ground. to get himself some breathing room. So let's see if you can face danger to avoid that. And you're going to be doing that with a +2. Doesn't matter if that's iron or edge here. And yes, all right. And you're fine. You're still on your feet, but he has the initiative right now. It's not that old. It's not you're not fighting Vigo. All right. Glenn, what do you do? I guess this is going to be, you're still trying to take this guy down.
Yeah.
But, you kind of lost, that was kind of your chance to get him into the pit with a kick. At this point, you've got kind of low ground here. Now you could go for like a full-on quarterback, you could go for the sack.
I'm gonna go for a move that might result in me losing one of my items for good.
Okay.
But it's my least prized item of all of them.
Uh-huh.
So the next thing I'm gonna try to do is unsheath my boot dagger, the one that is not made from wyvern business.
Not as important.
And just kind of grab it by the tip and kind of wing it into his chest. And then, if that lands as he staggers back, just start riddling him with crossbow bolts. So he can stagger back into the pit on his own.
All right. Then that is going to be a clash.
That dagger will go with him. It'll be in him and it'll go down the hole.
Now, you're still in close quarters, so this will be with iron. Let's see what happens here. Okay. You do find an opening here and manage to inflict harm on this guy.
It's a strong hit. You can kill him.
I can.
And nice additional is you get 1 momentum for the strong hit. Are you going to try for it?
I am.
Not that one. All right. Here we go.
Oh!
All right.
It tried.
Describe it to me. Narrate. Lay it out for me.
All right. I wing the knife, the dagger, into his chest, and he staggers back, closer to the pit, but doesn't quite go into it. And I pull out my crossbow. 1, another step back, 2, 3, 2 more steps back, raise up, 1 last one right in the face. And he's going down.
Arms outstretched, he falls backwards.
My dagger.
And as he does, his hand grazes the crown.
Oh no.
And it wobbles and tilts and plunges down below. And Glenn, from your vantage point, no one's gotten particularly close to the pit except you. You're the closest. You see that some 100 feet below, perhaps, this thing has been born of the earth. It's basically exposed magma down there. You're not exactly sure on the construction of this pit or anything like that, but they have basically, there's a magma vein below this throne room, way down there. And as the crown drops in, the elemental, again with a sluggish but determined gait, goes towards the pit and just gingerly lowers itself down. Back into the magma from which it came.
I will scamper up and rush over to Torgon to see if he's alive.
That's a great question. Is Torgon alive?
So you're gonna go check on Torgon. The elf is writhing and screaming in pain. Torgon may or may not be dead. You're the only one on your feet at the moment.
But he's also the one closest to me. I have to run all the way back around the pit.
I'm not. Yes, go check Torgon first.
In the order that.
Yeah.
Man. I have to run past Torgon to check on you.
Just be aware that there's probably reinforcements coming and we need to be in a hurry.
Well, yeah, we need to get this boy up if we're
Yes.
gonna go anywhere.
All right, so you guys rush over to Torgan and find that he is not dead. The man lives.
Albeit not well.
Not great. Just push me. Just get it over with. So, some options there. He is heavily wounded. You could attempt a heal check. We all know how well that goes.
This could kill him.
This could kill him.
This could be the thing.
Wouldn't it be just a fitting end that finally one failed heal check finally does the trick?
Well, your alpha healer is still writhing in pain on the floor across the room, so
Oh, okay.
this is all up to Glenn.
All right. Oh, even better. The one that doesn't have any herbalist bonuses.
Hey, I healed myself that one time.
Once, yeah.
But no one else could.
I can heal Torgan. I just can't heal Glenn for some reason.
Yeah, that's the trick. All right. What are you going to do?
So he's just out like a light.
He's out, but he's bleeding.
Oof. I'm gonna run over to Serene and see if I can get us all together and kind of look at him and try to stop whatever's going on with him. I need another set of eyes.
All right. Serene, what's going on?
You can probably shake her out of it, but she doesn't like she's just mumbling something in Elven to herself over and over and over again, and you don't know what it is. She doesn't know what it is. But like she's disoriented and kind of hysterical, but you could get her up on her feet and moving. But like she's like wide-eyed, super dilated pupils, like physically shaking, barely able to keep her feet and walk. It's gonna take her a minute to get herself together.
Right. Well, Torgan's not going anywhere, so you got time.
Yeah, but we ought to be getting out of here before more people show up.
It's true.
I kind of stumble, guide, walk her over to Torgan, just so at least we're in a huddle. We're kind of all in the same place.
This would be an interest.
Hmm?
This is an interesting time to check. What happened? Vigo left when before.
I was just about to ask about Vigo. Yeah,
He left before before Magma Boy showed up.
Yes.
Warned me there was going to be Magma Boy in his own way.
Yep. And then promptly left.
Well, ran and hid, which, I don't blame him. But just, is he like 100% gone, or?
He's not in the room.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Is there anywhere else to go?
There was a pathway behind the throne.
Yes.
That led...
There's another hall in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna let Serene have her moment over Torgan's body while I go, just check out what's in the next room to see if there's anything in there that would be of any help, or to see if we can at least conclude our business so we can get out of here when they are mobile.
Right. All right, so Glenn's gonna go check that.
Serene's not gonna jump in the pit out of a fit of craziness.
Out of grief.
So. No. She doesn't understand what's happening to her right now. This has never happened before.
If there's anything magic in the next room, her head might explode, so I'm just gonna go check it out myself.
Yeah. Well, here's the tricky thing. That does count as progress on the delve.
That's the whole thing is one.
I'll give you 2. So by delve rules, we would, let's see, where is it? Find the goal or whatever it is. Locate your objective.
Oh, because if we finish the delve, we magically teleport outside.
No, there's one more. There's one more
works.
move. There's one more move after locating your objective.
Okay.
So when your exploration of a site comes to an end, roll a challenge dice, compare progress. Momentum is ignored. On a strong hit, you locate it, and the situation favors you. On a weak hit, you find it but face an unforeseen complication. And on a miss, your objective falls out of reach. But what are the chances of that?
Dobbs.
We should be due for some
Stop
good
it.
luck right about now.
All right.
Little luck.
Rolling 9 progress. Locate your objective. Oh, thank goodness. I did not have any idea of what complications there could be. You found the mana spring.
Just me.
Just you, Glane. You did it. You're the only one that made it. And as a reward, you may have 1 momentum. Bing.
Okay, so I presume he's gonna come back and get us and be like, "Hey, it's here, it's here."
Yes.
So
Probably. Nice.
So Serene will pull herself together enough to go look at the room and make all of the notes she needs to.
Okay.
And like this, they're just screaming in her head over and over and over again. So she's
struggling.
She feels compelled. So she's just going to go stand in the middle of the circle of what's left of the mana spring and just recite this thing that's in her head that they're screaming at her over and over and over again. And she's trying to, she can feel, kind of like when you throw a pebble in a pond, there are ripples. Something, there's like a tremble in the magic. This is an incantation of some kind. But by herself, whatever she's able to do, it's not enough to cause the desired reaction from this incantation. There's a ripple. She can feel that something's wanting to happen, but it's not quite happening. So she's sitting there, she's making her notes, she's trying to figure out what's going on. And just kind of, that's where she's at.
And Torgan, what are you doing?
I'm out.
Oh, okay, good.
Well, you should be able to start waking up soon. Said an hour or two.
I mean, a good heal check could speed that along.
When she kind of gets all her notes and just really frustrated with what's going on, and something about the magic in her is not enough to trigger whatever she's being told to trigger.
Right.
Well, the only other magic person is the horse. So let's go see if we can wake up the horse guy.
All right.
Maybe the mana spring has some healing thing. Maybe we should just bring him to the circle.
Let's try that. That sounds good.
Just enough to shake, not fully heal, 5
Yeah.
on the track, but maybe to get that red thing to go away.
Probably not.
It might help.
All right.
I'll do a heal check with all of my
cured my
bonuses.
dyslexia, so.
Well, that was a working mana spring.
Who knows what a broken one can do?
Well, you've seen broken ones before. They're usually just a bunch of rocks, like this. Basically, you have a bunch of old, weathered runestones, some of them still legible, in a circle. Kind of in the shape of a well. A large well. And in the middle is a whole lot of nothing. Herbalist. You do have at least 1 supply. So, are you going to take the +2 for a more sure check?
Yes.
I figured
Because
as
the
much.
dice hate me.
They do.
So I'm taking a +5 on this.
Yes. All right, here we go. Please. Thank goodness. Against
Strong
an 8.
hit.
A strong hit. Your care is helpful. 2 health restored. All right, so you begin patching Torgen's wounds. And during the process, it does take a while, but during the process, some of the strong herbs, the very odorous ones, they start to rouse Torgen a bit, and he starts to come to, wrinkling his nose.
Oh God.
Did
Hey.
we win?
Did I ever tell you guys how I lost my eye?
No, I don't think you did.
Oh, another time. I don't feel like it right now.
Season 3, he's back and he's lost the other eye.
Okay, Torgen, I need to teach you a phrase in Elven real quick, and I need you to say it.
Okay.
So
And you better make it fast before more of them come.
Yeah. Like, why not? Glenn, get over here. And
Okay.
language time. Brief language lesson.
Are you going to teach me the Elven word for cheese?
I can teach you that later. Or better yet, I'll have George teach you that.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Aww.
Where's that Vigo?
He amps great.
I hate
Good for him.
too.
Okay, I teach them the incantation. I dust off some of the stones around the edge. And I'm hoping I can do something with whatever it is that's being screamed inside my head.
Generic incantation.
With 3 of us. I'm wondering if it's enough to make something happen. Maybe what I'm envisioning would be something like it would be enough to increase the gurgle of magic coming through just an infinitesimal amount, or maybe enough that we get a small puddle in the middle. It's too damaged and we're not strong enough to actually do anything. But it might be enough just so that we know this is the phrase you use to turn one on.
Anybody got any spare momentum they can lend me?
I mean, I wish I could donate. It doesn't work that way.
All right, so with so much of the mana spring in ruins, the tricky thing is that even if this is the correct incantation, the very small change would be trying to see the ripples of a stone on the water in the middle of the sea. Right now, there's just not enough to work with.
Okay, so just gather information check. I'm going to make sure all of my notes are as complete as they can be. If I have any stones that are missing, I can try and etch them in. And we'll see where we're at.
Does it look like there's rubble around, or maybe displaced rocks? This used to be a pillar.
I mean, it's more displaced rocks than anything else. This area is in shambles.
So there's no way to even tell how to start reassembling anything based on how it looks. Yeah,
basically, you're able to identify, I think this one used to be this other one from the North Woods, or the Deep Woods in the north. And this one next to it we couldn't tell what it was, up at that spring, so, filling in those notes.
Yeah, so this is just an academic exercise.
Basically, and it will need to be a quick one.
Yes. All right. So now we need to try and get back to
Ouch.
George and his sister.
And there is a move for that in Delve. Escape the depths. When you flee or withdraw from a site, consider the situation and your approach. Do you want to... it's basically choose which ability you're going to be using. Edge, find the fastest way out. Heart, steel yourself against the horrors of this place. That one doesn't apply. Fight your way out with iron. Retrace your steps or locate an alternate way, wits. Or keep out of sight with shadow.
I have the most momentum, so let's do wits.
Okay, gonna try and retrace our steps while, alternate path where possible. In addition to your +3, because you located your objective with a strong hit, that gives a +1. Oh wait, no it doesn't. That's... Hey Glane, I gave you 1 momentum. That was an either or. Do you want to put that back in the bank in exchange for a +1 on this roll?
Yes.
I thought so. Just want to make sure it's fair and following the rules here. All right, so you'll get a +4 total on this wits roll to see if you make it out safely back to George and Lucia. Here we go. This may be the last roll of the season. Let's make it a good one.
I mean, we did it. There's just a complication, right?
You could use your momentum on it.
Make it strong. It's the last roll. What is the consequence if it's just a weak
hit? It could
we lose momentum.
It could be endure harm, stress, momentum, supply, new complication, or a denizen plots their revenge, which doesn't really seem appropriate in this case since you killed him. So it's probably going to be -1 to one of the tracks on a weak hit.
Nobody really has the spirit to spare.
And the health has seen better days as well. I tell you what, if you can burn momentum, or we can just roll for it. Let the dice fall where they may.
We'll use the momentum. Feels silly to waste it on a weak hit, but...
Well, by making it a strong hit,
season,
you get +1 momentum. So it basically evens out.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. We'll pretend a 3 is as good as a 9.
All right. You reunite with George and Lucia hiding out in a secret passageway that leads outside. You usher them to follow quickly before anyone comes and finds you.
Did we find Vigo on the way out?
Sure. He's an important character.
It was a slow mover. He didn't get out all the way.
Oh, poor guy. And the 6 of you emerge on the side of Flame Reach Mountain, overlooking the village below and the far-stretching sands of the Ashenlands, extending in all directions. Somewhere out there are other mana springs. You know where some of them are, and you're about as physically far away as possible from all of them as one could be. There's a lot of work to be done.
Is triggering this one even grant us experience?
Maybe. We'll see.
I know we didn't finish any vows, or I mean, it's a vow in our main whole point of the game, so.
Yeah, weird.
Wasn't I looking for a horse or something?
So
my cat has gone out the window.
Hey, at the very top, our vow, it said, find the Mana Spring runes in the Ashenlands. We did that.
We found one. Oh, well, we did find the one in the Ashenlands.
That's
So
true.
technically, like, there aren't any markings on that one, but technically we did that.
It's true. Success. Season 2. The end.
Do
You
we get
did it.
experience points to use between now and next season?
I think what we'll do is we'll offer an option. Would you guys rather have experience points, or would you rather have a skill increase?
Explain skill increase.
Like 1 point?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, like one of the
1.1.
numbers over here.
Yes. Edge, Heart, Iron, Shadow, Wits. In the rule book, that's upgrading those is an alternate. Let's see, alternate rule. Here we go. It lists those as being worth 6 experience points. Upgrading one of those. And it also says no stat can go above 4.
Oh.
Is this an individual?
We can
choice
take
or-
one of them to 4?
Yeah.
Oh.
I would be
So
willing to offer that as individual bonuses. Like, you guys could choose either, like, all 3 of you, like, you can mix and match. Like, somebody can take a bonus, someone can take 6 experience points worth of assets for next season.
I'll have to think about that for a while.
I
'Cause there
figure-
are a couple assets I've been wanting, but not having a 1 in iron would be really nice.
True. Thank you. And of course, we can always do respecking as well, because some of these do not really apply super well very often.
What will Torgan lose next season?
It comes
This
back
might be a
with
head in a jar.
with an eye missing, but it's the other eye.
Oh.
Never explains it. That's it, everyone. Season 2 is over. Season 3 will be next. At some point. Are we doing this? Like, is this the new... Are we back on Mondays?
I think we're
I think
waiting for Turtle's work schedule.
We need
to
the
be
official-
solid.
I just need a week or 2 at the most.
Okay, we'll
to
take a week or 2
figure this
off.
out.
Because we
And
already
now-
had the 6 weeks, so that plus 2 more weeks is like a full break.
And also, you guys are going to need to plan your next target, like where you're going.
We might need that list again.
I will
We're good.
scroll back and find it.
I was
Well,
so
we're
close
gonna have to
getting do
huddle.
something today. It didn't come up.
Let me
We're
just
gonna have
search.
to have huddle, boys.
Here we go. I got it. I'll
I
put it
had a
in the
card I
lobby.
wanted to play all night, and I didn't get to play it.
That's a shame.
Aw.
How many times will Torgan almost die this time?
This is ridiculous. I'm the only one that ever seems to be, like, knocked out.
Hey,
What? You
I
still
got
haven't
dragged
died.
under the water with a sea creature and almost died.
Yeah, that one was
Yeah.
that one seemed like you were about to die, Torgan, and then Glane was the one that almost died.
Yeah, that's true.
This is only like the second time that you guys have been actually knocked down to 0 health.
Ah.
And somehow I ended up at 0 health because I was
Feelings.
told I was sad that Glane might be dead.
Thanks.
Was that health or spirit?
I don't remember now.
Oh well.
It was but I know I took damage in both tracks.
That was
And then this
stressful.
one-
This is the first time. This is the first time we ever had to actually make a roll on the D100 for endure harm. I think this is the first time we've ever hit this table of values here, where it's like you are XYZ.
What were the other options other than passed out?
Okay, 51 to 100, you're battered but still standing. So it's basically like nothing bad happens. You're fine. Well,
Okay.
mechanically you're fine. Except your momentum is at -2 or something, which really sucks. 36 to 50. So 1 in 6 chance. You're reeling and fighting to stay conscious. If you do something vigorous, then roll on this table again before doing it. So that's like you're conscious, but you're not really in a fighting state. 21 to 35, again, roughly 1 in 6. You're unconscious. 11 to 20, so 1 out of 10 chance, you're dying. You need to heal within an hour or 2 or face death. And then 1 out of 10, this is the one you definitely don't want to see, the harm is mortal. You must roll to face death.
Okay.
And that's not
But
even dead.
Yeah, that's still, you just
We've
might be dead.
We've never gotten as far as the face death move, which only happens if you endure harm, you're dropped to 0, you have no momentum, you miss on your endure harm roll. If all that happens, and then you roll a 1 to 10 on the 100 sided die, then you have to roll to face death.
Good, I just checked most of the boxes then.
Yeah, which on face death, you get 1 last roll, and it's a heart roll.
You might be dead, or you might be alive but cursed and actually a zombie.
Strong hit on face death means, hey, you're back up, you're fine. It's basically as though you endure the harm and you're good.
Really, passing out in this situation was probably the best thing to happen, because it kind of I didn't have to fight anymore.
Missing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only way that you flat out die
keep swinging.
is if you miss on face death. Then you're dead.
I don't want to be George.
That's right.
Nobody wants to be George.
George's on the bench.
George doesn't want to be George.
There's George, there's Lucia, and there's Vigo now, I guess.
Oh no.
Don't you dare.
I imagine. Well, actually, I'm not sure now, but I don't think any of them are gonna find their way into season 3.
Good.
Unless they're just fan favorites.
So we need to start a poll. Who's your favorite character?
I mean, I like Lucia. She's useful.
Yeah.
Can we do like an old school American Idol type of call in? Like, if your favorite character is Torkin, star 1.
Show me the graph.
Oh yeah.
Can't even read this. I'm just looking at the numbers. Average roll. Red is Torgon. Blue is Glenn. Green is Serene. So let's see here. Day easily the highest average roll, and Turtle with the lowest. But Turtle with the best average bonuses to counteract it.
I also didn't roll unless I absolutely had to, and had a bajillion bonuses.
That's true. You did 9 rolls. Turtle did 14 rolls. And GQ at 10. 3 or 4 ones in a row. Yeah. One. Oh gosh, you could. Yeah. Early on, there's just a bunch of ones right there.
Yeah, at one point I was the only one able to fight.
True.
Everybody kept missing.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like, hey, it's your turn again. Okay. Well, GG.
GG. Very fun.
Just barely.
We will talk more in the private DobbsQuest lobby Discord channel about where we're heading next and what it's gonna look like. You know what? I'm glad you didn't die there, Turtle. That would have been kind of a downer, victory, but at what cost?
Yeah, especially since it was me who at noon today was like, hey, you guys want to do DobbsQuest tonight?
And then you did.
And then I died.
And you were just so cheery all day. You were like, I'm so excited by this. We're finally going to get to do this. This is the highlight of my day.
It was. I was
only just got introduced.
What a short-lived time.
Dreading Sunday.
What's Sunday?
I don't know.
What's Sunday?
May
And then
15th.
you had to make a new intro.
The
For
tax
placeholder.
day. Yeah, make a new intro where here comes my thing, but I'm not there.
And I could actually do that pretty easily. Just remove him from the intro and re-save it.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, you said that you were probably gonna have a TPK coming up, Val. Ugh.
I've done a TPK in a D&D campaign once.
Just want you to release. Now I just want you to release a version of the opening without me in it, just to see just nothing. Here comes nothing.
It just says, and... Huh? They were very stupid. Oh, we'll serve some right then.
I'm sorry, Day. I just.
You're fine.
All right.
Oh.
Everyone, thank you for joining. We will do Mario Maker Wednesday, and then Friday back to newer Super Mario Bros. Day, Turtle, GQ, any upcoming events you want to plug?
Unemployed this week,
Woo!
so I'm gonna be streaming a lot.
Hey, I'm looking forward to that at least. Silver lining.
Yeah, because I do so well in like Skyblock and such.
I got
Nothing to
nothing.
plug.
No, nothing. All right. Well, there you go. Everybody, tune in to watch Turtle sometime.
Tune into my 4th year stream anniversary about a year from now.
There you go.
That's almost a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
He said the thing.
Let's not get in.
All right. We're just circling the drain here, waiting for this stream to run out of steam. All right. Good night, everyone, and thank
Waiting
you.
for this blue turd to flush.
Bye, everybody.
No one knows what you're referencing. All right. Good night.